Welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I have something very fun for me here to do because I am subscribing to GameHuntersRUs 250 subscriber contest. I'm really happy about this. I've met these guys in person at the Waterloo Retro video game swap. Really great guys, great YouTubers, lots of good content on their channel. So I'm really happy to actually make this submission. I'm probably more happy to make the submission than they are getting the submission basically, because I'm just super pleased that they got that far so far, and it's just wonderful basically, because they really deserve it, and they definitely deserve, I think, a lot more than 250 subs at this point, but that's to be determined kind of thing. And if you haven't checked out their channel, you definitely need to head over there, see what they've got. It's two guys, Josh and Ben, and they go out different thrift shops and retail, new, old, gen, all that kind of stuff. So lots of really good content there for you to watch if you haven't already been checking it out. Now, they had different parts of their contest here, nothing super onerous, but I'll chat it up a little bit about the different things that they wanted to know. So one of the things that was a requirement of it is to shout out a channel that has less than 50 subscribers, and for me that is just like one of the easiest things for me to do, and that is Bill Benton. He is a fellow YouTuber. I have done trades with him before. He is a really stand-up guy, has a great sense of different video games, really into the retro stuff, like basically where I'm at with with my interests as far as video game systems go. He's basically on the same level. He's on the same sort of interest level kind of thing. So I really appreciate that, and he's always willing to help me out. We did a trade a little while back, and when he got the things that I sent him, he was just like, I was blown away by the kind words basically that he said, and vice versa. Like when I got the item that he was sending me, I was more than impressed with what he sent, and was really pleased that he was willing to make that trade with me. So future trades are definitely going to go down with this guy, because he's definitely stand-up kind of person as far as the YouTube community goes. I'm really surprised that he's only at, I think, around 32 subs right now, which doesn't seem like a whole lot considering the content that he does have on his channel. I think his channel's not exactly like an old channel or anything like that. It's fairly new. I think probably that's why his sub count's so low. But if you haven't checked out Bill Benton's channel, you definitely need to. I mean, this guy, it's just amazing. Like, go over there, check it out for yourself. I'll put links down below, obviously, because I always do. So go check that out. The next part of their contest is to talk about the original system that you had, like your first console that you had. And my first console, and I've mentioned this in other videos, was the NES system, and obviously for good reason. That's just the system that really got me into gaming and things like that. Now, back in the day, my family also had a Commodore VIC-20 and a Commodore 64. My brother got the 64 because he was older, and I got the VIC-20. The way we got those two systems was that my father bought them used off of a person who was getting out of like the Commodore kind of thing and getting into PC type of scene or whatever. So he was getting rid of all his Commodore stuff, and my dad was able to scoop most of it up for, I'm pretty sure, a decent price. He never told me what he paid for all that, but he got a VIC-20 in the deal, and he got a Commodore 64 with like a ton of like the peripheral kind of stuff that goes with it. So it was all there, and just a ton of games and software as well came with the Commodore 64. Of course, my brother being older, he got that. I got the VIC-20, which I'm more than appreciative of having that machine as well, because that was really the first system that I had, like in my bedroom, hooked up to a little black and white TV kind of thing that we had back in the day. And I would sit there for hours just like programming little games into it and stuff like that, and type like that, like hundreds of lines of code just to get a ball to bounce and break a few bricks and things like that. But that was probably the first video game thing that I had. But as far as like a console, a dedicated console, it would have to be the NES was my first one, and when I first got that system, it was pretty amazing. Like, I saw it, the first time I saw it was at my cousin's place. They got it for Christmas. We went over to their place like Christmas, I think it's day or eve. No, it was Christmas Day, the evening of that day, and went down to their basement. They had it hooked up, and they're playing, you know, the game that came with the system, which is Super Mario Bros. And I was blown away by that. I'd never seen anything like that before. I mean, I'd seen, you know, certain things on different systems or whatever, but nothing like that. So when I saw that, I just I was like, oh my goodness, I have to get this. And lo and behold, you know, a little while later after that, we got ourselves a system. We got, you know, a variety of different games, and over the years just played a ton of different games, like trading in the community with other people. Everyone pretty much had an NES system. I knew one person that had a Sega Master System, but that was it, man. Everybody else was NES all the way, and what a library of games. I mean, obviously, it's not unknown system or anything like that. So, I mean, you guys know all the amazing titles that are on that system, and I was really lucky enough back in the day to be around, you know, when that system came out and just sort of like blew everything apart. I think looking at modern day systems and things like that, you know, I don't really see the major innovation like from one system to the next. I just see maybe some graphical upgrades a little bit or something like that, but nothing the way the NES like changed the way people played video games. It was leaps and bounds. The difference between like an Atari 2600 or whatever and an NES system is absolutely like mind-boggling when you really compare the two. Modern systems can't do that, and that's really the thing that I don't think modern day people get a chance to ever experience, that kind of sensation that I got to experience back in the day, because I was around when that sort of groundbreaking kind of thing happened, and the home console market really you know, sprang forward kind of thing into its own. So I was lucky for that. I'm trying to think of other things off the top of my head here that they wanted, and I think one of the things they wanted was something that was complimentary about their channel, and I've said it before in numerous channels. I mean, I've shouted them out in previous videos in numerous times, I think, and, you know, in my different videos I do mention things that they pick up and things like that. So there isn't a whole lot I can really say here that I haven't said before. Obviously, like, the content of their channel is great. I mean, they've got a good sense of it. They're doing the same kind of things I'm doing, which is going into those thrift shops and finding stuff, and that's, you know, how I operate. So you know, I have appreciation for that, and I understand how difficult that can be, and what it's like when you find something that you really wanted to get and you found it for a really great deal at a thrift shop. So I totally like am on the same page kind of with their channel and the things that they go through when they're collecting. So that's really why I like their channel. That's my sort of thumbs up thing about them. Now they want me to also criticize them, and this is where I fall a little bit flat. I mean, I don't go around seeking out flaws in people and things like that. Just not part of my personality. But with their channel, I got a couple of recommendations maybe that I could help them out. The first part is every single time, because I'm at home, my son's sleeping and stuff like that, so when I'm watching my YouTube videos, I got my headphones on because my computer is really close. Actually, the rooms are really close to his room where the computer's at, so I've got my headphones on and I click on one of their videos, and their opening sequence music nearly blows my brain apart. It's so loud, and then as it transitions into the part where they're actually speaking and doing the content of their video, it becomes awfully quiet, so I have to actually turn the volume back up. So my one recommendation is turn the volume down on the introduction, turn your volume up or something, find the balance in between the two. I don't know if people have the same issue with my videos. I don't know if my introduction's too loud or something like that. I've never really noticed it being that way, but theirs is kind of like that. So that's a small, like, little tiny thing I think that they could fix. That's everything I've got for you today. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed to their channel, go do that. If you haven't checked out Bill Benton's channel, go check his channel out as well. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, obviously I'd appreciate that as well. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you all later.